Hello, it's Euan Studios and it's October, so you know what that means. It's spooky month and we've got a video planned for you. I hope you're having a great month, because I know I am. My birthday's this month. But we aren't here to talk about me turning another year older. We're here to talk about some decade-old and maybe some brand new Halloween costumes from a mobile game. So let's get into it, shall we? We'll start off by talking about the most iconic one, Paper Magic Group. Now, if you're outside of the Angry Birds loop, then you probably don't know about Paper Magic Group, but you've definitely seen their products before. They made by far the most iconic of the Halloween costumes for Angry Birds. The characters they did were Red, Blue, Chuck, Bomb, and King Pig initially, and they released in 2011, the very next Halloween after Angry Birds released. But this isn't all the costumes that they did. The next year, Angry Birds Space released, and to high praise, so Paper Magic Group just had to cash in with it. So for Halloween 2012, Paper Magic Group came out with a whopping 2 costumes.
Oh my god!
These 2 Angry Birds Space costumes they did were Icebird and Laserbird. Laserbird, interestingly, without his cape, like the beta design which was used on some other merch. But the beta Laserbird and the fact that these are front-facing, unlike the classic ones which were side-facing, besides King Pig, isn't the most intriguing part of these. That would be the lack of characters offered this time. You'd expect for a game as popular and merchandised as Angry Birds Space, they'd go all out with the costumes, but they didn't. They chose to only do the new bird, I guess the most unique Space Bird? But I digress, that's all the costumes in this style that he did. But that's not all that he did. They also did these baby costumes which make the babies look like they're melting. They also did these kid costumes which are like the baby costumes except with legs and exposed hands. They made these costumes for your dogs. They made these dresses because God forbid a woman dresses up in a big fabric circle. And they also made these. Yep. Paper Magic Group were responsible for these admittedly kinda scary latex masks. They made Red, Chuck, Blue, Bomb, and a Minion Pig. I have the red one. While these are terrifying, they do have some charm to them. I can't really explain it though. They're freakish, but they're also quite nice. But with that, that's everything about Paper Magic Group. So let's move on to our next manufacturer. Rubies to me is the first company that comes to mind when I think of Halloween costumes. It's probably just the fact that I live in the UK. I don't know if in the US you have a more iconic one, but I digress. Rubies made some Angry Birds Star Wars costumes in the same style as Paper Magic Group. Why Paper Magic Group didn't return to make these? I don't know. They were bought out by Gemi in 2012, so that might have had something to do with it. But Gemi also made Angry Bird stuff, so what the hell? Anyways, the Angry Birds Star Wars costumes that Rubies made were Luke, Leia, Darth Vader, and a Stormtrooper. Han Solo and Chewbacca also apparently exist, since we have these images of them, and these came from Amazon, but I've never seen them, so for all I know they might have not even been released. They might have just been posted on Amazon and then cancelled. Wait, is that the same kid in the same pose in both pictures? Anyways, as mentioned, these costumes were much like the Paper Magic Group costumes. Instead of having your head poke out the forehead, the head poked out the top of the character. There's not really much more that Rubies did. They did definitely make nothing else, so let's move on. Where's the title card? Why aren't we moving on? Alright, fine, we'll talk about the movie costumes. Rubies also made a line of costumes based on the Angry Birds movie. They did this weird bodysuit with a hat for Red and Bomb. They did these onesies of Red, Chuck, Bomb, and a Minion Pig, which were admittedly kind of funny looking. There, are you happy now? Can we move on? Please? I forgot to mention earlier, but Paper Magic Group didn't distribute their merchandise over to the UK. I had to get my mask from someone who imported it from the UK already. So what did the UK have for costumes? That's right, we got these flat printouts of Angry Birds held onto your body like one of those wearable signs, and to top it off they give you a hat to make you look like you have head feathers. I find the most offensive one is this quote-unquote helmet pig costume which is clearly just a minion pig that they've given you a grey bald cap as a hat for. No wonder the UK is so miserable. This is the only option we have for Angry Birds classic costumes. Is it? That's it, right? Nope! Smithies have actually done something good. They did these costumes which are more in line with the Paper Magic Group costumes, although they only did Chuck and King Pig for some reason. Wait, why is Chuck using his chrome design while King Pig is using his pre-chrome design?
What? No, dude!
Damn it, Smithies! You did one good thing and you fucked it! You fucked it, Smithies! Damn it! They also did this girl bird dress like the Paper Magic Group ones. I guess. Yeah. I'm calm now. Now, if I were making this video last year, this is usually where I'd end the video. But no. This year, some new Angry Birds costumes have released. But from who? Just about a week ago, as of writing this script, this tweet from user Chocolate Milk Drinker came out showing these two inflatable Angry Birds Halloween costumes of Red and Bomb. These are actually pretty good. Yeah, Red's eyes are too small and Bomb's beak is too small, but besides that, these really aren't that bad. Unlike all of the previous costumes, these have the benefit of being three-dimensional spheres just like the characters are supposed to be in the game. The hands poking out the side of a suit can be a little bit goofy, but they're necessary for holding stuff. And besides, I'm sure you can just bring your hands back into the costume, so they don't always have to be exposed. They also did this movie onesie. And with that, I think we've covered every official Angry Birds Halloween costume. Do you have any? Are you wearing any this year? Feel free to let me know down in the comments. And with that, have a happy Halloween. And as always, bye bye.